Yes, my child. Let these words pierce through every distraction and call you to sacred attention. This is no ordinary message. What you are about to hear is not a speech, not a motivation, not even a teaching. It is a divine unveiling. It is my personal whisper wrapped in fire, spoken directly to the ache inside you that has quietly asked, "When, Lord?" And now I answer, you will feel it soon. I am not speaking to the crowds. I am speaking to you. I know the storm beneath your silence. I have seen the moments when you smiled publicly but cried privately. And now, I have come with a word so precise, so timely, so drenched in my presence, it will make your spirit tremble and rise in the same breath. My child, can you hear it? That still, sacred sound that hath been threading its way through the noise of your days. That quiet pull in your spirit. That gentle whisper that awakens you in the night, that wraps around your soul like a breeze you cannot see but cannot deny. That is me. I have been calling you, not with thunder, not with spectacle, but with the voice of a father who knows every hidden chamber of your heart. I have spoken through sunsets and tears, through the rustling of trees and the aching silence in the room. And even when you thought I was far, I was closer than your breath. I've stood beside you in every forgotten hallway, in every moment you wondered, am I alone? My voice was there, constant, unwavering, holy. Listen now. You will feel me soon. Not just as a concept or a hope, but as a living presence flowing through your very bones. My spirit is moving. The veil is thinning. You felt it before, the goosebumps for no reason, the sudden calm that chased away fear, the urge to pause and look upward without understanding why. That was me. I have never stopped pursuing you. I have never stopped speaking. But now, I am asking you to lean in closer. Shut out the distractions for a moment. Silence the noise of doubt and expectation. Come away from the voices of the world and hear mine. My voice is not harsh, but it is weighty with truth. It will not compete for attention, but it will transform everything it touches. I speak through my word, yes, but I also speak through your longing, through your questions, through that ache that won't go away no matter what you achieve or acquire. That ache is holy. That hunger is proof that your soul remembers me. You were created to hear me, to walk with me, to dwell in communion with me. Do not brush off the nudge you feel right now. That is not coincidence. That is not imagination. That is me. I'm calling you home, not to a location, but to alignment. I am calling you to remember who you are because of who I am. Open the ears of your spirit. Let your heart lean forward. I am not a God who plays hide and seek. I am not distant. I am at the door, my hand upon the handle, knocking. Not banging. Not forcing. Just knocking, consistently, faithfully, lovingly. Will you answer? Will you open wide the door of your weary heart and let my presence flood every hollow place? The time of awakening is near, my child. Do not delay. Draw near and listen, not just with your ears but with your soul. You have asked, why can't I hear you like others do? And I say to you now, you will. Because I'm not asking for perfection, I'm asking for permission. Let me in, not just into your routine but into your realness. Let me into your doubt, your grief, your wonder, your ordinary. I am already in your atmosphere, moving through your days like unseen light warming the room. Invite me to reveal what has always been there. You don't have to manufacture a moment. Just be still. Just become aware. Just respond. Step into this holy encounter. Pause everything and press into me. Lay down the weight of needing proof and pick up the assurance of my voice. I will meet you in the whisper. I will meet you in the word. I will meet you in your next breath. The voice that called the stars into being is calling you now. You are not just hearing me. You are feeling me. And soon, my beloved, you will never doubt again. My child, I know the quiet has wearied you. I know the ache that lingers in the silence, the hollow space where answers should have come, where comfort should have spoken, where you cried out, God, where are you? And yet, you heard no thunder, no reply, just the long stretch of waiting. But hear me now, my silence has never meant my absence. I was there all along, closer than the breath that trembled in your chest, watching, working, and weaving purpose into the stillness. You must understand, my silence is a sacred strategy. I am not ignoring you. I am preparing you. You were not abandoned. You were being strengthened. Just as the earth must rest beneath winter's frost before the spring can bloom, so must your soul pass through its own hush of preparation. I allow silence not to harm you, but to deepen you, to strip away the distractions, the illusions, the noise that clouds your clarity. In silence, your roots grow deeper. In stillness, I mold the foundation of your faith. You asked me why I didn't speak when you wept on the floor when the night stretched long with sorrow. But child, what you didn't see were the angels dispatched, the chains being broken in the unseen, the character being carved into the fabric of your spirit. I have never been idle. I am always moving, even when you cannot perceive it. I do not waste a single moment of your pain. Every second of your silence has meaning. So now I say to you, trust me, even when you hear nothing, feel nothing, see nothing, believe everything I have spoken. Let faith rise in the space where fear once sat. Let hope fill the gap where doubt used to speak. You are not in the dark. You are being refined. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. The dawn is approaching. The clouds are beginning to part. And soon, you will feel the shift. Lift your eyes. Look beyond the silence. I am still speaking, just in a different way. Through dreams, through rest, through revelation, through the unexplained knowing deep within your chest that you are not alone. That is me. I am still here, and I have not forgotten a single prayer. Not one word has fallen to the ground void. Wait well, my child. Wait with expectation. Wait with William. For what I am birthing in this quiet will roar when it is released. The wind is about to blow. The silence will break. And when it does, your heart will know, I was always here. You will feel it soon. And when you do, you will not question me again. You have felt the tremble in your spirit lately, haven't you? The subtle restlessness, the divine discontent, the inner groaning that no earthly thing can satisfy. That is not random. That is not emotional turbulence. That is my spirit within you beginning to stir. I have placed myself inside you, not just beside you, and I will not remain still. What I planted in you was never meant to lie dormant. It was always destined to awaken. You will feel it soon, a holy unrest rising from deep within, awakening you to purpose, to power, to divine urgency. You will feel the hunger, the thirst, the pull toward higher things. You will feel the shaking of your comfort zones, the pulling away from lesser pursuits, the burning in your bones that will not be quenched by distraction. That is my spirit calling you into destiny. My child, do not resist the stirring. Let it break you open. Let it lift your eyes. Let it disrupt the mundane routines that keep you asleep. I am awakening your calling. I am activating gifts that have long been buried under fear and rejection. The voice you silenced, the dream you shelved, the fire you dimmed to please others, I am reigniting it all. What I placed in you is coming alive. Let go of hesitation. Shake off every voice that told you you're not enough. You are not moving backward. You are being summoned forward. You were never created for passivity. You were created to carry glory. You were not meant to blend in. You were meant to break chains. The gifts I gave you are not optional. They are assignments. And I will not allow you to waste what I breathed into you. This stirring is not agitation. It is activation. It is alignment. You are being aligned with heaven's rhythm. The world around you may not understand, but your spirit does. You are being called deeper. You are being summoned higher. And as you respond, you will discover strength you didn't know you had, wisdom that surprises you, and boldness that silences fear. So arise, my child. Fan the flame within. Speak what I've placed on your tongue. Move in the power I put in your hands. Let my spirit roar through your worship, your words, your work. The gifts will no longer lie still. The oil will no longer be capped. What is unseen in you is being shaped into visible glory. You will not be able to contain what is coming. Your own heart will testify. This is not who you used to be. This is who I always intended you to become. Let the Spirit rise. Let the stirring lead. Let heaven's fire find full expression through your surrender. You will feel it soon, like a wind through your soul, a blaze in your chest, a whisper that turns into a roar. And when it comes, do not hold back. I see the cracks, my precious one, the fractures in your hope, the lines of pressure stretching across your heart where life has pushed too hard for too long. I know the ache of being undone. I know how it feels when everything breaks. But listen, this breaking is not a burial. It is a beginning. I allow the breaking not to destroy you, but to prepare you for blessing beyond what you've imagined. Before the rain comes, the clouds must gather. Before the promise emerges, the shell must crack. And before my glory fills your life, I must make room by removing what cannot remain. You will feel it soon, the shift, the trembling, the unraveling that feels like loss but is actually the start of divine rearrangement. What you called falling apart is actually me putting things into order. Do not despise the breaking. Lean into it. Trust the process. I am using the very cracks in your soul to let my light pour through. I am shining in the places where you feel the weakest. I am building in the rubble of what was taken. You thought it was the end, but it was the plow that makes way for the harvest. You are not being reduced. You are being refined. Surrender the pieces to me. Lay down the shards of your broken expectations, your fractured dreams, your splintered strength. I will gather every one of them, not to shame you, but to shape you. I will build something breathtaking from what you thought was beyond repair. You will look back and see, this breaking was holy. It was necessary. It was love. You are not being punished. You are being purified. I am digging deep because I intend to build high. I am cutting away the dead so that you may bloom in fullness. Let me break what needs to break. Let me remove what is hindering you. Let me tear the veil you stitched together from pride and pain. For what I bring next cannot be contained in old wineskins. You will feel it soon, like a rush of wind, a lifting weight, a sudden clarity in your chaos. You will rise from this. You will see my beauty in the ashes. And the blessing will not come in spite of your breaking, but because of it. I do my deepest work in the dark. And when I resurrect, I do so with glory. Stand still. Watch what I do. Let the breaking make you bold. Let it shape your surrender. And when the blessing comes, and it will come, it will flood every hollow space with joy. You will not just survive this. You will shine from it. And the world will witness the wonder I made from the wreckage. You have carried the weight of lack for so long, you've almost forgotten what abundance feels like. You've prayed through droughts, hoped through famine, waited through seasons that offered only survival. But I have seen your tears. I have counted every seed you sowed in faith. I have watched you bless others when you had little to give. And now, my child, I tell you the truth. Your season of overflow is near. What once trickled will now pour. What once felt like crumbs will become banquets. What once demanded endurance will now release rejoicing. The heavens are opening over you. Prepare yourself. Get your house ready. Make space in your heart. I will not bring a small answer to your great cries. I will not meet you with a trickle when your soul has thirsted for years. No, I will meet you with a flood. I will drench your life with favor. I will saturate your home with peace. The prayers you whispered through clenched teeth in the night, I am answering them with thunder. I am moving suddenly, swiftly, supernaturally. You will feel it soon, like a wave crashing through the walls of your limitations, like glory rushing through the door you thought would never open. I am not a God of almost. I do not tease with breakthrough. I deliver it. I bring fullness where the world brought delay. I restore years in moments. And when I bless, I do not bless halfway. Your cup will not be half full. It will overflow. The blessing will touch not only you but everyone around you. You will become a wellspring for others. People will ask what changed. And you will say, my God remembered me. So make room, my child. Clear out the clutter of disbelief. Release every thought that says maybe I'm not worthy. Kick off the dust of past disappointments. Open your hands. Stretch your faith. Dare to believe that this time will be different, because it will be. I am not responding to your perfection. I am responding to your persistence. I saw how you praised me when nothing made sense. I watched you worship while waiting. I heard the yes in your heart even when your voice trembled. The time has come to reap. And you will not just receive what you lost, you will receive beyond what you imagined. I do not restore to the same measure. I increase. I expand. I overflow. What you thought was buried has been growing in secret. What you assumed was denied was simply being multiplied. The answers are coming, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Let go of fear. You will not be crushed by blessing. You will be lifted by it. You will not be overwhelmed by favor. You will walk in it with confidence. This overflow is not a burden. It is your inheritance. I promised you life, and life abundantly. That promise stands. And now, you will taste and see my goodness like never before. My child, if you turn away now, you will miss the very breath I am exhaling over your next season. I've prepared these words like a feast for your soul. To stop here would silence the answers you've cried out for in the secret place. Stay with me. Don't grieve my heart by stepping away from what I died to give you. I am still speaking. And what's next will unlock what your spirit has longed to feel. You wandered long enough in the fog. You've wrestled with confusion, second-guessed every step, questioned your own voice, your own mind, your own discernment. But now, I am coming with clarity. I am removing the veil. I am pulling back the curtain on what felt blurred and distorted. My light is shining through your storm, not to expose your flaws, but to illuminate your path. I am not the author of confusion. I am the God of divine direction. You will feel it soon, a sense of knowing, a certainty in your chest, an internal compass aligning with heaven's map. Do not panic over what you do not yet understand. I will give you vision in pieces, but every piece will lead you forward. I will show you what's next, not all at once, but exactly when you need it. My guidance is precise, not rushed. My timing is strategic, not delayed. You have not missed your moment. You have not veered so far off course that I cannot redirect you. One word from me can reset the entire trajectory of your life. I am lifting the fog that has blurred your focus. I am wiping the glass clean. I am healing the wounds that distorted your perception. You will see clearer, think sharper, walk straighter. What once confused you will begin to make sense. You will look back and recognize the patterns in your pain, the purpose in your wilderness, the protection hidden in your delays. Do not underestimate what clarity can birth in you. When you see rightly, you walk differently. When you understand the why behind your waiting, your weariness turns into wonder. I will not let you wander in circles anymore. I am cutting a path through the maze of indecision. I am speaking to the questions you were too afraid to ask out loud. You will not stay lost. You will not stay stuck. You will not be a prisoner to indecision. My spirit will guide you step by step, like a lamp to your feet. You won't need to guess. You won't need to beg. Just stay close. Stay surrendered. Stay tuned to my whisper. I will show you the way. When you see what I'm doing, it will leave you breathless. You will no longer chase things that aren't yours. You will no longer settle for less than what I've ordained. You will have vision that builds, clarity that heals, and direction that delivers you into destiny. The path is opening, and your eyes, they are opening too. You have walked through fire, and you didn't even smell like smoke. You have fought battles others never saw, cried tears that never touched your pillow, carried loads no one noticed. And now, because you endured, because you didn't quit, I am pouring out something fresh. My child, a new oil is coming upon you. A sacred anointing, a supernatural strength, a holy empowerment that will not only carry you but carry others through you. This oil is not recycled. It's not borrowed. It's not common. It's been pressed out of your pain. It's been extracted from your obedience. You didn't see it, but every time you forgave when it hurt, oil was forming. Every time you praised me in the drought, oil was building. Every time you chose truth over comfort, heaven recorded it. And now, I'm releasing it. You will feel it soon, not as a mere emotion, but as a mantle. This oil will break the yoke of heaviness. It will destroy the weight of fear. It will heal what medicine could not touch. This oil is my spirit resting upon you in a new way. It will move through your hands, flow through your words, radiate from your life. You will carry my fragrance. Wherever you walk, the atmosphere will shift. Chains will loosen. Hearts will soften. Darkness will flee. Do not treat this lightly. This is not for applause. This is not for prestige. This is for purpose. You're in a gwim, not for comfort, but for calling. My power will accompany your surrender. My glory will follow your yes. The old has passed. The former anointing was for a former season. But this is new. And it requires new posture, new discipline, a new trust. So rise in reverence. Walk in awareness. Protect what I'm pouring. Live holy, not out of fear but out of honor. Keep your heart clean, your hands open, your ears sensitive. I am trusting you with influence, with impact, with supernatural access. Let this oil not just touch your head. Let it run down your life. You will look back and realize this oil cost you what it was worth it, because with it comes my power, my presence, My promise, you will never be the same again. I see what others do not. I see the pain you've tried to bury beneath your strength. I see the wounds you've covered with smiles, the scars you've hidden beneath your accomplishments. My child, you've learned how to survive, how to function while fractured, but I never created you to remain broken inside. I did not form your heart to live under constant pressure, shame, or secrecy. What's been hidden from men has never been hidden from me. And now, I am reaching into those unspoken places with my healing hand. You will feel it soon, not just relief but release. Not temporary comfort, but complete restoration. What counselors could not reach, what words could not touch, what time could not numb. I am healing. I go deeper than memory. I move beyond emotion. I restore identity. I lift the weight that settled in your soul when no one came through, when trust shattered, when love disappointed, when life rewrote your story without warning. You've carried the quiet ache of unhealed trauma, the silent grief of things never voiced. But I have heard your groans when no one else was listening. I have stood over your sleepless nights, and I have bottled every tear you dared not let fall. I was there when you swallowed your words to keep the peace. I was beside you when you hid your heart just to feel safe. And now, I am calling you out of survival and into healing. Let me in. Allow my spirit to touch what you've guarded. Open the vault you locked long ago. I do not come to wound. I come to restore. I do not expose to shame. I reveal to redeem. The world has taught you to harden. I come to soften. I come to return your tenderness, not to make you vulnerable to harm, but to restore the purity I placed in you before the world left its mark. You don't have to keep performing. You don't have to keep pretending. I know the truth, and I still call you mine. I still choose you. I still pursue you. And I will not stop until you are whole. I will not rest until your inner life reflects the beauty of your calling. I want every part of you healed, freed, wakened. So release the bitterness. Lay down the blame. Stop rehearsing the betrayals and begin receiving my balm. Forgive not for their sake, but for yours. Let go, not to lose control, but to regain peace. I will restore your joy. I will restore your softness. You will feel again, but this time without fear. You will trust again, but this time with discernment. You will walk in freedom, not just externally, but deep within your soul. You are not too damaged to be made whole. You are not too shattered for me to redeem. Nothing is beyond my reach, not even the pain you've long ignored. I am healing the unseen. I am restoring the forgotten. I am reviving what you thought was lost forever. And you will feel it soon. The peace that passes understanding, the joy that rises unprovoked, the stillness that settles where chaos once ruled. This is the miracle of my presence. This is the healing of the hidden. You thought it was over. You thought what was taken would never return, that what was broken would stay in pieces. But I am not like man. I am the restorer. I remember every moment that was stolen, every opportunity lost, every dream crushed under the weight of disappointment. I remember your heartbreaks, your betrayals, your silent sacrifices. And I tell you now, not only will I restore what was lost, I will multiply it beyond recognition. My child, I do not forget. I do not lose track of time. I do not ignore injustice. What the enemy stole in darkness, I will return in light. I will repay every year that was wasted. I will recover every seed you thought had died. I am the God who brings beauty from ashes, not just symbolically, but in substance. You will feel it soon, favor rising where failure once reigned. provision breaking through where poverty lingered, joy surging in the places where sorrow sat like a shadow. Restoration is not wishful thinking, it is my divine intention. You will not merely revisit what you lost, you will inherit what you never imagined. I do not return things the way they were, I elevate them. I enhance them. I redeem them. You will look back and say, it was worth it. Not because the pain was pleasant, but because my redemption is real. I know the people who left without explanation. I saw the relationships that fractured despite your efforts. I witnessed the dreams you buried out of necessity, the plans you shelved to survive. But I am not bound by circumstance. I am not limited by human delay. I specialize in the impossible. I bring things back to life, hearts, visions, promises, and time itself. Do not grieve what I am able to resurrect. Stop mourning over what I am preparing to return. Lift your eyes. Let hope arise. Begin expecting again. Pray bold prayers. Speak with faith. Prepare room for restoration. I am not just mending what was, I am replacing it with better. I am bringing restoration that redeems the past and sets up your future. Even now, doors are opening. Even now, relationships are being healed. Even now, favor is being released on your name. You thought it was too late, but I am the one who restores time. You thought you missed your moment, but I am the God who creates new seasons. You will feel it soon, not just emotionally, but tangibly. Restored connections, revived opportunities, resurrected dreams. Nothing surrendered to me is ever truly lost. I hold every offering. I redeem every tear. I return every righteous sacrifice with divine reward. Get ready. Restoration is not coming someday. It has already begun. And you, my child, will testify. The Lord has made all things new. You've been waiting for fire from the sky. You've been searching for me in the miraculous, hoping I would show up in flashes of glory and undeniable signs. But my child, I am not confined to the dramatic. I dwell in the details. I move in the mundane. I meet you in the ordinary moments and turn them into holy encounters. The sacred is not reserved for mountaintops. It walks with you through grocery aisles, traffic lights, quiet mornings, and weary evenings. I am not far off. I am present in your rhythm. I am the whisper in your breath. I am the thought that slows you down. You will feel me soon, not as a fleeting spark, but as an abiding presence that lingers in everything. Every sunrise is my greeting. Every gentle breeze is my embrace. Every act of kindness that catches you off guard is my signature. I am speaking constantly, not with noise but with nearness. Pause. Look again. I am there. In the laughter of your child. In the stillness after the storm. In the meal prepared with love. In the eyes of the stranger who offers you grace. You don't need a platform to hear me. You don't need a pulpit to find me. Just breathe. Just become aware. Just respond. Divine moments are unfolding even as you read these words. The atmosphere is shifting because you are becoming attentive. I am removing the veil between sacred and simple. I am showing you that every step is spiritual when you walk with me. Even the ordinary becomes extraordinary when touched by my hand. Let go of the belief that you must earn encounters. Stop striving. Start abiding. Let your awareness become worship. Let your attentiveness become adoration. When your heart is open, you will find me in every room you enter. When your spirit is alert, you will hear my voice in every silence. I am not silent. I am subtle. I am not distant. I am deliberate. Angels surround you though unseen. My spirit moves beside you though unnoticed. Heaven intersects earth through your obedience. Your kitchen becomes a sanctuary. Your office becomes a place of prophecy. Your drive to work becomes a divine appointment. Do not dismiss these moments. Embrace them. Respect them. Cultivate them. You will feel it soon, a divine nearness that no circumstance can shake. A presence that wraps around you like breath, like light, like truth. You will wake up different, not because everything changed, but because you finally realized I was always with you. I was never waiting for the perfect moment. I was always waiting for your attention. My child, if my words have awakened something in you, if you felt my presence stirring through the ordinary, whispering through the silence, then know this: you are not the only one I long to reach. When you give, you carry this encounter into someone else's desert. Every super thanks, every membership, every offering becomes a seed of divine touch, an answer to another soul crying out, God, are you near? You've asked me, how can I be part of your move? This is how. Flow with me. Sow into the river of my word, and I will cause it to reach places your feet may never tread. This isn't just support. It's a spiritual act of multiplication. I said give, and it will be given to you. And I do not speak without fulfilling. I will bless your gift, pressed down, shaken together, running over, not just in money, but in peace, in purpose, in joy that floods your home. So act now. Live. Give. Partner with me in this holy assignment, and let others feel what you now carry. The PayPal giving link is in the video description below. Go and plant your seed. You've come this far, and my presence has been drawing you with tenderness and fire. But if you walk away now, you may miss the moment where heaven begins to shift your atmosphere. Don't harden your heart. I am still whispering mysteries. I am still revealing my nearness. You wouldn't close a letter from someone who loves you this deeply, would you? Stay, child. The next word is your confirmation. You've built walls, not because you wanted to, but because you had to survive. Life taught you to defend, to retreat, to protect yourself behind layers of silence and strength. But those same walls that kept pain out have also kept me at a distance. My child, I am not coming to break you down. I am coming to bring you back. Back to the tenderness you once carried. Back to the compassion you once poured freely. Back to the softness that was never weakness, but the very reflection of my heart. I see the anger you can't explain. I see the numbness that's crept in where passion used to burn. I see the way you flinch at love, bracing for it to fail. But I never intended for your heart to calcify under the weight of disappointment. I never created you to carry bitterness like armor. I am here now, not with judgment, but with a gentle hand, ready to restore what was hardened by hurt. Let me touch the calluses that life has built. Let me bring warmth where cold has settled. You will feel it soon, not a violent breaking, but a quiet unraveling of the chains around your soul. Your heart will begin to ache again, but this time, not from pain, but from compassion. You will cry again, but this time, not from despair, but from mercy awakening within you. The tears you stifled will find holy release. The emotions you buried will become rivers of healing, not weakness. My presence will begin to soak through your defenses. Conversations will move you again. Kindness will shake you again. Beauty will reach you again. You will no longer be a fortress. You will be a garden. Guarded not by fear, but by peace. I am removing the stone and giving you flesh. I am peeling back the layers that life forced upon you, not to expose you, but to embrace you. Let go of the lie that tenderness makes you vulnerable to destruction. When I protect your heart, nothing can break it. When I heal it, no wound remains. What you feel stirring inside is not regression. It is restoration. I am bringing you back to joy without cynicism, to laughter without suspicion, to love without fear of betrayal. You are safe with me. You can open your heart again. You can care again without collapsing. You can forgive again without erasing yourself. I will hold you together as you soften. I will fortify your boundaries while I renew your sensitivity. You are not regressing. You are returning. And what you're returning to is me. Let your heart be tender again. Let it weep again. Let it sing again. You are not cold. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not too far gone to feel. I am restoring the innocence that pain tried to steal. And soon, your heart will feel like home again, alive, responsive, open. This is the miracle I'm working in you now. You've walked through fire, and I've watched you carry burdens heavier than your shoulders should bear. You've stood when it would have been easier to collapse. You've continued when silence screamed louder than encouragement. But now, I am releasing something new within you. Not just strength, but courage. Not just endurance, but boldness that will defy logic. You survived long enough. Now you will rise. My child, the fear that once held you back is losing its grip. The timidity that kept you small is dissolving beneath my presence. You will feel it soon, not just resolve, but a deep, divine authority moving through your bones. You will say things you never thought you'd say. You will go places you never thought you'd go. You will step into rooms that once intimidated you and carry the air of heaven as you enter. This courage is not self-generated. It is born from knowing I am with you. When you realize you are never alone, fear becomes irrelevant. When you remember I walk ahead of you, obstacles become assignments. I do not call you forward without equipping you. I do not send you into battle without sending angels before you. You are not defenseless. You are divine territory. The doubts that haunt you are lies. The voice that says, "You can't," was never mine. I created you with intention. I filled you with gifts, and I positioned you with precision. Stop underestimating what I placed inside you. The courage you seek is already present. It's just been waiting for my wind to breathe upon it. You will move mountains with your voice. You will break generational curses with your decisions. You will build legacies with your obedience. No longer will you hide in shadows. No longer will you play small to make others comfortable. I have not called you to blend in. I have called you to stand out. I have placed my roar in your spirit. And when you speak, darkness will tremble. So step forward. Not tomorrow, now. Lift your head. Square your shoulders. Take the first step even if your knees shake. I will steady your path. I will amplify your impact. I will anoint your words and confirm your actions. You will not fail because I am in you. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the refusal to bow to it. And now, I give you permission to rise. You've waited long enough. You hesitated long enough. You second-guessed long enough. You willed. Speak. Lead. Feel. Gabru. The time for silence is over. A time for shrinking is done. You were made for this. You were chosen for this. And you will feel it soon. Not just possibility, but fire. Not just hope, but action. What once terrified you will now thrill you. What once bound you will now bow to you. Because I am with you, and I have filled you with courage you never knew you had. You've knocked on doors that never opened. You've tried to force your way into rooms that rejected you. You've wondered, why not me? Why not now? But I was never delaying to deny you. I was preparing something better than what you could see. My child, I do not open every door because not every door leads to your destiny. I close what would harm you. I block what would dilute your calling. But now I tell you this, a door is opening, one that no man can shut. You will feel it soon, a divine unlocking, a supernatural shift, an opportunity so precise, so perfect, that you will know it wasn't man-made. I hold the keys. I determine the timing. I orchestrate the moment. And what I open, no person, no system, no enemy can shut. My hand is on the knob. My spirit is aligning the hinges. My favor is the force swinging it wide. This door will not require striving. You won't have to manipulate your way in. You won't have to diminish yourself to be accepted. You will walk in with authority. You will enter as an heir. What once felt impossible will become undeniable, because I've already made the way. Stop chasing what's not yours. Stop begging at doors I've already shut. Let me lead you to the one I've carved out just for you. It will not just fit your gifting, it will fulfill your purpose. It will not just serve your dreams, it will serve my kingdom. This is not about convenience. This is about calling. So prepare yourself. Get your house in order. Sharpen your tools. Clean your heart. Be ready when I say go. Because when the door swings open, there will be no time for hesitation. You will move with precision. You will step through without apology. And you will occupy the space I prepared for you. Do not be afraid of what's on the other side. I've already walked it. I've already cleared it. I've already secured it. You're not going in alone. You're going in covered. You're going in chosen. You're going in anointed. You're about to walk through a door of favor, of elevation, of impact. And when you do, the world will know it wasn't man who placed you there, it was me. You didn't force it. You didn't fabricate it. You followed me, and I opened the way. Now stand. The handle is turning. The hinges are creaking. The atmosphere is shifting. Get ready, my child. What's coming will change everything. You walked faithfully with what you knew. You've obeyed with the light you had. But now I am calling you deeper, not into confusion, but into revelation. You have reached the edge of where understanding carried you, and now I will take you beyond what the mind alone can grasp. I am not finished teaching you. I am not content with you staying at the surface of my word. I am opening your eyes to mysteries hidden in plain sight, truths buried in pages you've read 100 times but never truly seen. You will feel it soon, a quickening in your spirit, an ignition of hunger, a sudden clarity that lifts the veil and reveals what was always there. I am revealing myself not just through knowledge, but through encounter. I am not interested in you knowing about me. I want you to know me. You will begin to read scripture and feel fire moving through your soul. Verses you once skimmed will now thunder in your chest. Teachings you once overlooked will become foundations beneath your feet. I am awakening your spirit to deeper dimensions of my truth, and this will not be something you can unsee. Do not resist what stretches you. I am not contradicting what I once spoke. I am completing it. I am unfolding layers of understanding, peeling back familiar interpretations to expose fresh meaning. This is not error. It is expansion. This is not instability. It is upgrade. You will not be tossed by strange winds of doctrine, for I will anchor you in discernment. But I will shake off tradition that stifled you. I will dismantle falsehood that disguised itself as wisdom. I will burn away the fluff, the opinions, the interpretations of man that diluted my voice. Let me speak directly to you. Let me guide you into all truth. My spirit is your teacher, your revealer, your counselor. No longer will you rely solely on second-hand revelation. I am inviting you to receive directly from my heart. Wake up early. Wait with intention. Open your ears and your eyes. I will speak in symbols and silence, in scripture and in signs, in dreams and in the quiet stillness between your thoughts. I am not silent, I am precise. Let go of assumptions. Approach me with humility. Ask me to show you what you've missed. Ask me to illuminate what you cannot learn in books alone. Ask me to mark your heart with wisdom that transcends intellect. I am ready to pour out revelation, not just for your benefit, but for those you will lead, for those who will drink from your overflow. This is not academic. This is holy. I am raising up voices who don't just repeat information, they release transformation. You are one of them. You will speak with fire. You will write with weight. You will carry truth that liberates, not just educates. You will not echo others, you will release my sound. Prepare for more. What's coming will waken parts of your spirit that have slept for years. This is the hour of unveiling. Truth is rising. Eyes are opening. You are not too late, not too unqualified, not too uncertain. You are exactly where you need to be. And you, my child, will walk in revelation that shifts the atmosphere around you. There was a time when you came to me without pretense. You didn't worry about words. You didn't measure your prayers. You didn't hold back your joy or your tears. You simply came because you loved me, because you felt my nearness, because everything in your life pulsed with the wonder of our connection. That love, the one you thought had faded, is not lost. I am restoring it. I am calling you back to the beginning, not to rewind your journey, but to reawaken your heart. I have not moved. I have not withheld myself. I have never grown cold. But I understand what life has done to you. I know the weight that settled in. I see how distractions crept in slowly, how burdens replaced passion, how routine diluted your wonder. And yet, I am not offended. I am in pursuit. I am not angry. I am relentless. I long for you not because I lack something, but because I created you for this intimacy. You were made to walk with me, not perform for me. You will feel it soon. A spark where there was dryness, a longing where there was fatigue, a tenderness where there was once indifference. My presence will begin to stir places in you that went dormant. Worship will no longer be mechanical. It will flow like rivers from your depths. Prayer will no longer be duty. It will become your desire. And your heart will remember, this is who I am. This is what I was created for. To love and be loved by the one who formed me. Return. Not with shame, but with expectation. Come not as a stranger, but as a beloved child. The door was never closed. The seat at the table was never removed. The embrace has always waited for your return. I don't want your performance. I want your heart. I want your laughter again. I want your tears in my hands. I want the real you. The one behind the mask. The one underneath the effort. The one who used to sing to me without needing a reason. Let this be the season where our love story reignites. Let this be the chapter where your soul burns again, not because of pressure, but because of presence. I will speak to you in familiar ways, and I will also surprise you. I will remind you of memories long buried, and I will build new ones upon them. Our connection will not return to what it was, it will become more than it's ever been. You are not too distant. You are not too hardened. You are not too far gone. One whisper from you, and I will draw near. One glance toward me, and I will flood your soul. One moment of surrender, and everything changes. Return to me, not for what I can do, but for who I am. I am your first love, and I never stopped loving you. Oh, how it would ache my heart if you turned away now. You are standing at the edge of rediscovery, your identity, your calling, your inheritance. If you stop here, the veil remains. But if you keep listening, I will remove it fully. This is not the time to retreat. This is the moment I show you who you truly are. I want your whole heart, not just a passing glance. Come closer. I still have more to say. There is more inside you than you've allowed yourself to believe. There is a fire buried beneath your fear, a strength buried beneath your self-doubt, a calling that has waited like a seed in the dark, not dead, but deeply hidden. My child, I am calling forth the real you, not the version shaped by wounds or expectations, not the mask molded by survival, but the true self I designed before time began, the one etched in my image, the one whose name I have whispered over you even when you forgot who you were. You will feel it soon, not just inspiration, but ignition. A divine unrest will rise inside you, not anxiety, but holy discomfort. A sense that you were made for more will refuse to be silenced. Your gifts will begin to stir. Your voice will carry a weight it never carried before. The dreams you shelved out of practicality will return with fire. This is not nostalgia. It is destiny waking up. I placed these things in you for such a time as this. I have assigned you to places that need your voice, to people who need your vision, to moments that require your courage. You are not random. You are not late. You are not too broken. Everything I have done in you has been in preparation to reveal what I planted long ago. Let go of every label the world put on you. Release the false identities shaped by rejection. I am stripping away what others said you had to be, so I can reveal who you truly are. You are not just someone who's survived. You are someone I've chosen to shine. The limitations you've accepted are being shattered. The ceilings you've hit are breaking open. You will rise, and you will rise as yourself. To speak, create, build, lead, move. The hesitation is ending. The time of hiding is over. What I called out of Lazarus, I now call out of you. Come forth. Your time is not coming. It has come. Your identity is not in question. It is confirmed. You will no longer wonder if you are enough. You will know you were made for this. Every day of your life was written with intention. Every detail carries design. Every breath is proof that heaven still has something to birth through you. You are not a shadow, you are a torch. And now, my beloved, it is time. Arise. Let the world meet the true you. Not the timid you, not the tired you, but the one I've hidden until this very hour. The light is green. The spirit is moving. The earth is waiting. Your life was never meant to be governed by chaos. I did not create you to be tossed by the winds of circumstance, reacting to every shift in the atmosphere around you. I made you to move in rhythm with me. I designed your spirit to respond not to the noise of the world but to the cadence of heaven. Right now, I am drawing you into that divine alignment, not with force, but with invitation. You will feel it soon, that subtle recalibration of your soul as it syncs with my heartbeat. You've chased many things, not out of disobedience, but out of desire to move forward. Yet in the running, You sometimes miss the beat I established. You've carried burdens I never asked you to bear. You've said yes to paths I never designed. But now I call you back to center. Not to punish you, never, but to restore harmony between your purpose and my plan. There is a rhythm in my will, a current that carries peace even when the waters rise. I want you to walk with me, not sprint ahead or trail behind. I want you to listen for my timing, not react to pressure. When you align with me, doors open without striving. When you walk in step with me, provision arrives without panic. My timing does not delay, it protects. My delays are never denials, they are divine pauses preserving your future. I am removing every false urgency. I am silencing every counterfeit demand. You do not have to outrun your purpose. You do not need to impress me with pace. What matters most is proximity. Stay near. Stay attuned. Stay available. Stop asking me to bless what you've built outside of my rhythm and begin building according to my voice. I will show you where to start. I will guide your steps, not in mystery, but in clarity. Even now, your spirit is sensing it. That pull toward stillness. That unexplainable peace in the middle of your decisions. That quiet confidence returning. That is me aligning your pace to my purpose. Do not resist the slowing down. Do not resist the letting go. Every surrender makes space for greater synchronization. This is not a retreat. It is a divine repositioning. Stop comparing your timeline to others. Stop competing for milestones. Heaven operates on its own calendar, and I am never late. Trust that my rhythm is right. Trust that your life is unfolding in perfect measure. When you move with me, you won't miss a thing. When you abide, you will accelerate with less effort than ever before. This is not about religious routine. This is about spiritual resonance. When your soul agrees with my timing, stress loses its grip. Anxiety fades. Peace becomes your default. Joy becomes sustainable. Fruit flows effortlessly. You will not burn out. You will not break down. You will not wander in confusion. I am composing a symphony with your days, ranging every note with beauty and brilliance. Now listen. Align. Walk. Flow. This is your season to live in rhythm with heaven. And once you feel it, you will never go back to noise again. You've questioned my silence in certain seasons. You've wondered why things didn't unfold the way you imagined. You stared at closed doors and assumed I had turned my face away. But the truth, my child, is that I was shielding you. I was intercepting threats you never saw. I was blocking destruction you didn't even know was near. What felt like denial was divine defense. What looked like delay was me standing between you and disaster. I have always been your shield, even when you couldn't feel it. You will feel it soon, the security that comes from knowing I've always been covering you. My protection doesn't always announce itself with spectacle. Sometimes it looks like missed opportunities. Sometimes it shows up in the people who walked away, the job you didn't get, the place you couldn't stay. You grieved what left, not knowing I removed it to preserve your destiny. You don't know how many arrows I've caught midair. You can't count the dangers I rerouted without your awareness. But now I will give you eyes to see. I will help you trace the fingerprints of my faithfulness through every moment you questioned. I will show you how I lifted you when the enemy plotted to bury you. I will reveal how I built fortresses around your spirit when your heart was under siege. I dispatched angels before your path. I sealed your name in my covenant. I refused to let you walk into traps the enemy prepared. I fortified your mind when anxiety tried to dominate. I stood between you and the forces that sought your ruin. And I did it all without asking for your recognition, because my love protects before it explains. I don't need applause. I only need your trust. Now I invite you to rest in this truth. You are surrounded. You are covered. You are guarded on every side. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, not because you are perfect, but because I am present. Not because you earned protection, but because I gave it. Nothing can snatch you from my hand. Nothing can invade what I have claimed as mine. Let go of fear. Release the what-ifs. Stop replaying worst-case scenarios in your mind. I am not just your savior. I am your strong tower. I am your refuge, your fortress, your hiding place. Come into my covering and remain. Abide beneath the shadow of my wings. No enemy can reach what I hide in myself. You will feel it soon, a peace that doesn't require perfect circumstances, a confidence that does not collapse under pressure, a stillness that rises in the middle of the storm. Because protection is not the absence of battle, it is my presence in the midst of it. And you, my child, are never exposed. You are always defended. There is a joy I give that no sorrow can steal. It does not depend on circumstances. It does not fluctuate with outcomes. It flows from a source deeper than emotion, deeper than desire, deeper than even understanding. This joy is holy. It is anchored in eternity. It rises not because everything is perfect, but because I am present. And now, I am restoring this joy to you, not in drops, but in rivers. Not in moments, but in movement. You will feel it soon, a bubbling from within, laughter that doesn't make sense, delight that silences despair. You've walked through valleys where joy seemed inaccessible. You've weathered seasons that drained your soul. You've smiled through tears, hoping no one would notice the hollowness underneath. But I noticed. I've always known the joy you pretended to have. And now, I'm exchanging it for something real. You will no longer manufacture joy to meet expectations. You will overflow with joy that defies reason. Let me touch the places in you that forgot how to celebrate. Let me revive the parts of your spirit that have settled for survival. Joy is not an accessory. It is your inheritance. It is not reserved for those with ideal lives. It is poured upon those who carry my name. I never asked you to earn it. I only ask that you receive it. You will wake up and find yourself singing again. You will dance in your kitchen without knowing why. You will smile at the small things. You will be grateful for what once felt ordinary. And in this joy, strength will rise. Laughter will return. Not the hollow kind, but the full-bodied sound of someone who remembers what it is to be alive. This is the kind of joy that confuses darkness. It cannot be replicated. It cannot be reasoned with. It overflows because it flows from me. When you dwell in my presence, joy becomes automatic. It is not forced. It is natural. It is not fleeting, they ruin. Your circumstances may shake, but your joy will remain. So come and drink. Let your soul be saturated. Let the oil of gladness replace mourning. Let lightness return to your steps. I will turn your sorrow into dancing. I will make you laugh again, not because everything changed, but because you did. Your spirit will overflow, and others will be refreshed just by being near you. That is the power of true joy. There comes a time, my child, when everything begins to align, not by coincidence, not by human orchestration, but by the authority of my sovereign hand. You have labored in the dark, waited in silence, wept through seasons others did not see. You have trusted me with little, believed me through the fog, followed me when the path was unclear. And now, the season shifts. The time is no longer coming. It is here. You will feel it soon. A gentle unraveling of delay, a powerful merging of past promises and present grace, a wave of peace so deep it anchors every part of you. I am not late. I am perfect in timing. What you thought was stalled was actually maturing. What seemed dormant was being deeply rooted. What appeared broken was being readied for glory. I was never fugged, never passive, never inattentive. Every heartbeat, every tear, every prayer, I carried it. I calculated the weight of every sacrifice and multiplied it into eternal value. Nothing was wasted. Not a moment. Not a sigh. Not a single breath that called on me in faith. Now I am fulfilling what I whispered in the stillness. Not halfway. Not partially. Fully. Completely. Wonderfully. You will not have to manipulate or beg. You will not need to chase what I've already delivered. I will bring it to your doorstep. I will set it into your hands. I will place it before your eyes. And you will know without doubt. This was the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous. Watch what I assemble. Watch who I send. Watch how I redeem the very things you thought were ruined beyond repair. Restoration will not be subtle. It will be undeniable. Fulfillment will not trickle. It will bore. The season of striving ends where my hand begins. I do not build on shaky foundations. I establish what cannot be moved. And I am now establishing you. Prepare your heart. Make room for joy you've never known. Clear the space of disappointment and create an altar for gratitude. The fulfillment I am releasing requires a heart ready to receive, not with clenched fists, but with open arms. Let go of fear that it might not last. Let go of doubt that it's too good to be true. I am not a God who teases. I do not offer glimpses only to retract. What I begin, I finish. What I speak, I perform. There is nothing more you must prove. I am not waiting for perfection. I am moving in response to your posture. You yielded. You obeyed. You trusted. And now I act. Not because you earned it, but because you're mine. Because my nature is to complete. Because my name is faithful. You will feel it soon, heaviness lifting like mist in the morning. Purpose rising with clarity you never thought possible. Peace wrapping around you like a warm mantle. Love flooding every barren place. It will not feel forced. It will not feel foreign. It will feel like home. Because this fulfillment, is where you've always belonged. Come now. Step into it. Let the weight of striving fall from your shoulders. Let the winds of my spirit carry you forward. Let the fruit of your faith bloom in full color. What you once hoped for in fragments, I am now giving in fullness. And in the fulfillment, you will find me, not as a distant hope, but as the constant companion who walked every step with you. This is not the end. This is the unveiling. This is the moment heaven touches earth. This is the day I embrace you not only as a father, but as the faithful fulfiller of every word I ever spoke over your life. Now lift your eyes. Receive it all. Step into the final embrace of fulfillment, for it is here, and I am waiting with arms open wide. You heard my voice. You've walked through every section, every unveiling, every sacred word I poured over you. Now I invite you to respond, not just in heart, but in action. I've declared fulfillment. But even now, others wait for the word that you just received. Don't let this light stop with you. When you give, you don't just support a video. You ignite a divine encounter for someone else's breakthrough. Every seed you sow carries fire. Every super thanks, every membership, every gift through PayPal becomes a spark that lights up a soul in the shadows. You've cried out, "Lord, use me." And I answer now, this is how. This moment is prophetic. The heavens are open. Don't miss what I want to release through your obedience. I will bless your generosity. I will shield your home. I will surround your life with favor that flows like oil upon your head. So now, move. Click. Give. Let your worship become a wave of light in the lives of many. The PayPal link waits in the video description. Step into this divine moment. Now that your heart has heard my voice, do not let these words slip away like morning dew. Seize this moment. Take hold of the stirring you feel deep within. This is not a temporary feeling. It is the beginning of a divine manifestation. Let it root. Let it grow. Let it rise. Speak it aloud. Engage with your own voice. Your declaration will release what your heart is ready to receive. Comment below with the words, "I will feel it soon, because He is already near." Write it not just as a phrase, but as a prophecy over your own life. Let the words speak life into your soul, light into your home, and power into your tomorrow. Then share what part of the message ignited something in you. Did you feel me in the silence? Did you sense me in the call to courage? Did the door I promised suddenly become visible? Your response will not only mark your moment, it will spark someone else's. And as you declare, invite my spirit to continue moving. Sit in silence. Reflect with me. Ask me to show you where this message is becoming real in your life. Ask me to confirm it with signs, with alignment, with peace that cannot be denied. And I will answer, because I do not speak without intention. I do not call without drawing near. So do not scroll past. Do not close your heart. Declare. Engage. Respond. You are not just a listener. You are a participant in the move of God. This is your divine appointment. This is your sacred moment. Comment. Declare. Return. And above all, expect to feel it soon. My child, come here. Sit with me for a moment. I want to talk to you, not with thundering words from a distant heaven, but as a father who has drawn near to you, right where you are. I see you, and I am not looking away. I have seen every silent tear that has fallen when you thought no one was watching, the ones that slide down your face in the car, or the ones you quickly wipe away at your desk at work, hoping no one notices the strain in your eyes. I know the source of that ache deep within your soul. It is the exhaustion that settles upon your spirit, not just in the quiet hours of the night, but in the middle of a busy day when the weight of it all suddenly crashes down on you. You feel that knot in your stomach, that constant low hum of anxiety about the future, about the bills, about your family. That isn't from me. Let's undo it together. You think you hide it so well, putting on a brave face for the world, for your loved ones. But I see the enormous strength it has taken for you to simply put one foot in front of the other. I have been with you in those moments you felt completely alone, when you have questioned if anyone truly understands the battle you are fighting inside. I know the pressure you feel, the unspoken fear that you are not enough, that you will be overlooked, that you will fail. Pause now. Breathe in my presence. I want you to feel the truth of this sink into your bones. I have never left your side. The prayers you thought vanished into the empty air, the desperate whispers you sent up in the middle of the night when you couldn't sleep, they have been a constant, urgent cry in my ears, and not a single one has been missed. Your faithfulness, my beloved, especially in this long, hard valley, has not gone unnoticed. When you chose to trust me even when you could not feel me, when you chose kindness when your own heart was breaking. That raw, rugged faith is a precious treasure to me. It has moved my heart more than any grand gesture ever could. You feel that you are at the end of your rope, that your strength is completely spent. I know. I have felt the weariness in your every bone, the fatigue that sleep does not seem to touch. I see you striving, pushing, holding everything together by a thread. I see the toll it has taken. But I am here to tell you something that will change everything. This season of weariness is not your final destination. It is a passage. Rest now in this knowledge. Sink into this truth as if it were the softest bed. I have been with you in the weariness, holding you when you did not know you were being held, and I promise you I will be with you in the relief that is coming. You will feel it soon. The dawn is closer than you think. Let this assurance be the anchor for your soul today. Let my love wrap around you like the warmth of the morning sun, chasing away the chill of the long night. I am here. My child, you have been so focused on the battles right in front of you, and I understand why. You have fought against the visible pressures, the looming deadlines at your job, the rising cost of living, the strained conversations with people you love, the reflection in the mirror that seems to get more tired each day. You have poured all your strength into these visible fights, and it has left you drained. But I need you to understand something crucial. While you have been fighting what you can see, I have been conquering the invisible on your behalf. There is a war you have not seen, a conflict waged in the spiritual realms for your very peace and purpose. And in that battle, my victory for you has already been absolute. Do you remember that near miss in traffic last month? That wasn't luck. Do you recall that piece of slander, that lie spoken against you that you were sure would ruin everything, yet it seemed to vanish into thin air? That was not a coincidence. That was my intervention. I have been your rear guard, protecting you from attacks you were never even aware of. Think of those sudden waves of anxiety that washed over you for no apparent reason, that feeling of dread that descended out of a clear blue sky. You thought it was a weakness in your own mind, but so often, it was you feeling the shockwave of an arrow I had deflected from your heart. Every single plot of the enemy meant for your destruction, I have already dismantled. The spirit of confusion that sought to cloud your decisions, I have pushed it back. The spirit of despair that whispered lies of hopelessness in the dead of night, I have silenced it with my truth. The spiritual ground you felt you were losing, your hope, your sanity, your ability to trust me, I was there, securing it under your very feet, reinforcing the foundation so you would not collapse. I have dispatched legions of angels, not as a distant fairy tale, but as a real, spiritual force, to guard your path, to clear your way, to stand watch over your home while you sleep. They have pushed back a darkness you cannot comprehend. You have not been fighting alone. You have been the protected focus of a heavenly army. And now, you are about to feel the tangible result of this victory. You will soon feel the profound peace that comes from a war already won. It will not be a forced calm, but a deep, abiding serenity that settles in your soul because the fight is over. You will feel it in your shoulders as they relax for the first time in years. You will feel it in the quiet of your mind. Listen, the victory is already yours. I have secured it. You have looked at the events of your life, especially these last few years, and you have seen a mess, haven't you? A tangled collection of chaotic threads, missed opportunities, and painful endings. It looks like a random series of events, a frustrating sequence of bad luck and wrong turns. I know you have asked me why. Why did that door close? Why did that person leave? Why was my path blocked? My precious one, I need you to come and stand beside me. From where you have been standing, on the underside of my work, All you can see are the knots, the loose ends, the seemingly random colors that make no sense. But from my perspective, I see the glorious pattern I am weaving. Every single thread that has felt tangled and chaotic, I am meticulously weaving into a masterpiece. You are about to see the pattern emerge, and it will be more beautiful than you ever imagined. Every single delay, every closed door that brought you such heartache, was my hand of mercy guiding you away from a lesser path. That job you were so desperate for, the one that fell through at the last minute, it would have stifled your spirit and led you away from your true calling. That relationship that ended so painfully, I saw a future of deeper pain for you on that road, and my love for you was too great to allow it. My rejection of your plan was my protection of your destiny. I have been coordinating circumstances and aligning people for your appointed time. The coincidental phone call from an old friend, the song you heard on the radio with the exact words you needed to hear, the unexpected piece of information that came just in time, that was me, orchestrating a divine sequence. What felt like chaos to you has been my careful choreography. And the threads of pain, my child, those are the most crucial of all. You will soon see how the dark colors of your suffering are the very shadows that give the brilliant colors their depth and beauty. The pain taught you compassion. The failure taught you humility. The loneliness taught you to rely on me. Without those dark threads, the tapestry of your life would be flat and lacking in true splendor. You are about to see it. I am turning you around so you can finally see the work from my side. And you will look, and you will weep, not with sorrow but with overwhelming awe at the beauty I have made from it all. I know that during this long season of waiting, you have felt forgotten. In the silence, you have wondered if I was punishing you. What have I done wrong? Your heart has cried. Why have you hidden your face from me? Come closer and hear my heart on this matter. Put your hand in mine and let me erase this lie from your soul. This season has never been a punishment. It has always been a preparation. I have not been distant. I have been working in the deep, hidden places of your spirit. I have been using this time to strengthen your faith, to forge it in the fires of adversity until it has become resilient, pure, and unshakable. You see, when the sun is shining and the path is easy, faith can remain shallow. But when the storms come, the winds of financial pressure, the gales of relational conflict, the torrents of fear, a tree must have deep roots to survive. This storm you have endured has been my tool. It has forced your roots to grow deeper than they ever would have in a season of ease. You reached for comfort in your circumstances, and they failed you. You looked for security in people, and they let you down. You trusted in your own strength, and it gave out. The storm shook everything that could be shaken, until there was only one thing left to cling to: me. It forced your spiritual roots to dig down, past the shallow soil of what you can see and feel, and to find their true source of life in the living water of my presence alone. I have been teaching you to draw life directly from me, not from the fleeting state of your bank account, your health, or the approval of others. And why? Why was this deep, sometimes painful, work so necessary? Because a shallow-rooted tree cannot bear the weight of abundant fruit. I am about to release a blessing into your life so significant, a purpose so weighty, that without the deep foundation I have been building in you, you would have toppled over. I had to make you strong enough to sustain the very blessing you have been praying for. You will soon understand why the foundation had to be so deep and so strong. You will thank me for the storm that taught your soul to anchor itself in me. Listen to the noise inside you, the constant churn of thoughts, the relentless planning and replanning, the what-ifs that chase each other around your mind in the dead of night. This anxiety has been a tempest churning within you, and it has exhausted you more than any physical labor. It has been your unwanted companion for so long you can scarcely remember what life felt like without it. You have tried to calm it, to reason with it, to ignore it, but it has raged on. Now I am stepping into the boat with you. Just as I stood in the storm-tossed boat with my disciples on the Sea of Galilee and spoke to the raging wind and waves, I am now turning my gaze to the storm inside your heart, and I am speaking the very same words over you. Peace, be still. And just as the wind and waves obeyed me then, the chaos in your soul will obey me now. You are going to feel it happening. A serenity that surpasses all human understanding, a peace that makes no logical sense given your circumstances, will begin to envelop you like a warm, weighted blanket. The frantic energy that has propelled you forward out of fear is going to dissipate. You will feel it drain from your body, and in its place will be a settled calm you had forgotten was even possible. This is not a temporary quiet, a brief eye of the storm. I am not offering you a momentary pause. I am establishing my permanent peace within you. It will become the new foundation of your emotional and spiritual life. And in this profound stillness, something else will happen. You will finally be able to hear me. So much of the time, you have struggled to hear my voice because of all the other noise, the noise of your own fear, the clamor of the world's demands, the static of your striving. But in the holy quiet I am creating in your soul, my whisper will become as clear as a bell. You will hear my guidance with a clarity you have never known. The churning will stop. The striving will cease. And in that sacred silence, you and I will commune as never before. Be ready for the quiet. It is coming to settle your soul. My child, pause here. Feel the truth of what I have shared settling in your soul. I have just shown you that I see your deepest weariness and have been fighting for you in ways you could not imagine. To turn away now would be to leave this sacred conversation unfinished. It would genuinely grieve my spirit for you to walk away from the very healing you have cried out for, just as I am about to tell you of the new strength and joy I have prepared. Please, do not leave my heart longing to give you the rest. Stay with me. There is so much more I must tell you. My child, you have looked at the mountains before you, the challenges at work, the needs in your family, the dreams in your heart, and your spirit has sunk within you. You have felt your own inadequacy so acutely. You have said to yourself, and to me, I can't. I am not strong enough. I am not smart enough, bold enough, or disciplined enough for this task. You have measured your own limited resources against the vastness of the demand, and you have found yourself wanting. Today, that calculation changes forever. Your weakness is the very stage upon which I am about to display my strength. We are making a divine exchange. I want you to hand me your exhaustion, your feelings of incompetence, your fear of failure. Give it all to me. In return, I will pour my sufficiency into you. The weakness you have felt so intensely will be replaced by my supernatural strength. You will begin to feel a new power rising within you, a capability that does not originate with you. It is not your own might, but the power of my spirit making its home in you, empowering you from the inside out. When you are faced with a challenge that once intimidated you, you will feel a calm authority settle over you. When a difficult conversation is required, the right words, full of grace and truth, will be on your lips. Tasks that were once so burdensome they crushed your spirit will begin to feel strangely light. Why? Because you are not carrying them alone anymore. I am yoked with you, taking the heavy end of the burden myself. This is what I meant when I said my yoke is easy and my burden is light. It is not that the tasks are gone, but that my power is now carrying them through you. You will begin to walk in an authority and confidence that can only come from me. It is not arrogance. It is a deep, settled assurance that the one who is in you is infinitely greater than any challenge that is in the world. Get ready to feel weak no more. Get ready to walk in my might. My child, I know that true laughter has felt like a distant memory for you. You may smile, you may have moments of fleeting happiness, but the deep, belly-aching laughter that comes from a place of pure joy, that has been absent. A heavy, gray blanket has been covering your spirit for so long that you have forgotten what it feels like to live in full color. The weight of your worries, the constant striving, hath been a thief, stealing the simple delights of life from you. But that is over now. I am coming to restore what was stolen, and not just in part, but in full measure. I am reaching deep within your being, into the very center of your soul where this heaviness has settled, and I am uncorking a fountain of joy that has been sealed off for far too long. At first, it will be a trickle, but soon it will be an unstoppable river, flowing out from you and touching everything in its path. This joy I speak of is not the world's happiness, which depends on everything going perfectly. The joy I give is different. It is supernatural. It will be your strength. You will begin to find a profound delight in simple things again because you will start to see them through my eyes. The taste of your morning coffee, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of a bird singing outside your window, these small moments will become sources of immense gratitude and wonder. You will look at the faces of your family, even in the midst of your shared challenges, and feel an overwhelming wave of love and gladness. Laughter will return to your lips, not as a performance or a fleeting emotion, but as a genuine overflow of your spirit. It will bubble up from that deep wellspring inside you, sometimes surprising even you. This is the joy that circumstances cannot steal, the joy that remains even in the presence of sorrow, a divine cheerfulness that will become your new normal. You will feel the gladness of my own presence living within you. The heaviness that has clouded your spirit is lifting, even as you hear these words. A lightness is returning to your soul. You will feel it, this unspeakable joy, and it will be the surest sign that I have turned your mourning into dancing. I hear the voice that you hear. It is the cruel whisper that comes in the quiet moments, the one that replays your worst mistakes on a loop in your mind. It is the voice of the accuser, and his only goal is to keep you bound in shame, to convince you that you are unworthy of my love and disqualified from my purpose. He tells you that your past defines you, that you will never truly change, that you have failed too many times. He points to your weaknesses and calls them your identity. These whispers of doubt and condemnation have tormented you, stealing your confidence and poisoning your peace. But today, my child, I am silencing that voice. I am not just turning down its volume. I am nullifying it completely. I am amplifying the sound of my truth in your ears, and my truth will be so loud, so persistent, so gloriously resonant that it will completely drown out every single lie. Where the enemy plays the scratchy, worn-out recording of your past sins, I am singing a new psalm over you, a song of redemption, of grace, of a love that keeps no record of wrongs. When you are tempted to look back at your failures, you will instead hear my voice declaring, forgiven, cleansed, made new. You are going to tangibly feel the chains of shame and guilt fall away. These heavy, invisible weights that you have dragged around for years, that have hunched your shoulders and lowered your gaze, you will feel them crash to the floor, releasing you into a glorious freedom. My grace will become a shield for your mind. When the fiery darts of accusation fly toward you, this shield will extinguish them instantly. The thoughts of I am not good enough will be met with my truth. You are my beloved child, in whom I am well pleased. The fear that I will be found out will be replaced with the confidence of I am fully known and fully loved. You will stand secure, not in your own perfection, but in the unshakable knowledge of who you are in me, forgiven, chosen, and so deeply, unconditionally loved. The accuser is losing his power over you right now. His voice is growing faint, and soon, all you will hear is my song of love over you. For so long, my child, you have walked through your days seeing only the surface of things. You see the problems, the people, the circumstances, but you have been living in a world of black and white. You have been spiritually blind to the deeper reality, the vibrant dimension of my activity all around you. But I am about to change that. I am reaching out now, and I am gently peeling back a veil from your eyes, allowing you to see into the spiritual realm as never before. The world you see will suddenly be filled with color, meaning, and my presence in a way that will leave you in constant awe. You will begin to perceive my hand at work, not just in the big, miraculous events, but in the fine, intricate details of your daily life. That chance encounter with an old friend at the grocery store, the one who said the exact thing you needed to hear. You will see with new eyes that it was a divine appointment, perfectly orchestrated by me. That unexpected traffic jam that made you late and frustrated you. You will suddenly have a settled knowing that it was my hand protecting you from an accident you never saw. Things that once seemed coincidental will be revealed as divine signposts, my loving guidance leading you and protecting you. And your vision for people will change. You will look at the difficult person in your life, the abrasive coworker, the critical family member, and you will see beyond their frustrating behavior. You will see, with my eyes, the deep wounds and insecurities that drive them, and your heart will be filled with my compassion instead of your own frustration. This heightened spiritual awareness will become your guide and your protection. You will learn to discern the spiritual atmosphere of a room, to know which situations carry my peace and which you should walk away from. The world will become a place charged with my grandeur. A simple walk in nature will become an act of worship as you truly see the artistry in every leaf and every cloud. Prepare to be amazed, my child. I am opening your eyes, and you will never see the world the same way again. Hope has been a difficult thing for you to hold on to, hasn't it? I know that. It has felt like a fragile, thin thread that you have been desperately clinging to in the middle of a hurricane. You have been afraid to hope too much, afraid to fully believe, because your heart could not bear another crushing disappointment. Every time a flicker of expectation rose within you, the voice of past experience would whisper, "Don't get your hopes up. It will probably end like all the others." But the season of cautious, fearful hoping is ending. The hope I have kept alive in you, sometimes by a thread, is about to take on substance. It is about to become a tangible reality that you can see and feel. I want you to turn the eyes of your heart to the horizon of your life. Look. Can you see it? It is the first faint, undeniable glimmer of light. This, my beloved, is the dawning of your long-awaited fulfillment. The promises I have spoken to you, the dreams I have placed in your heart, which have seemed so distant and abstract for so long, will suddenly begin to feel near. You will feel their reality approaching. It is the feeling of the air just before a refreshing rain after a long and brutal drought. You can smell it. You can sense the change. A holy excitement, a divine anticipation, will begin to bubble up within your spirit. It is not the anxiety you have known. It is a joyful, electric knowing that the time is now. This is my spirit bearing witness with your spirit, confirming that your season of waiting is over and your season of fulfillment is at hand. I am not a man that I should lie. I am a God who keeps my promises. Every tear you have cried, every prayer you have whispered, every moment you have chosen to trust me in the darkness, had been a seed sown for this harvest. And now, you must prepare your heart to receive it. Open your hands. Intentionally let go of the disappointments of the past so that you have room to receive the blessings of the future. Stop looking back at what didn't happen and start looking forward to what is. For what you have hoped for, what you have tearfully prayed for, is now coming to pass. You are feeling the dawn of my promise breaking in your own heart, and this rising hope is a precious, holy thing. As you feel this light, I am inviting you to send it into someone else's midnight. You have asked me, Lord, how can I be a part of this work? This is your moment. Your support is not for a channel. It is a flare of hope you are sending to another soul who is still lost in the darkness, praying for their own dawn. Every super thanks you give is a seed of that light, and I, the Lord of the harvest, will ensure it brings forth a new day and a life you may never see. This prompting you feel is my spirit. Your act of faith, right now, is time to meet a specific prayer you cannot see. As you release this light to another, I will command an even greater morning to break over your own household, bringing with it favor and unexpected provision. Now, sow that light. Click the super thanks, join as a member, or use the PayPal link in the description. Partner with me in breaking the dawn for another. My beloved, I've just revealed to you how I am restoring your joy, silencing every lie spoken against you, and opening your eyes to my work all around you. Do you feel that flicker of hope turning into a flame? To stop listening here would be like seeing the foundation of your new life being laid, but refusing to see the beautiful home I am building upon it. It would deeply pain me to see you leave with only half the blueprint for your freedom. Do not settle for just the beginning of the miracle. Let me show you the rest. Zay, I want you to think for a moment about how it has felt to move through your days. It has felt like walking upstream against a powerful current, hasn't it? Every step forward has required enormous effort. There had been a resistance, a spiritual heaviness that has made everything harder than it needs to be. You have felt it at your job, in your relationships, and even in the four walls of your own home. It has been a constant, draining struggle. And now, I want you to prepare yourself, because the current is about to change direction. The resistance you have fought against for so long is about to simply melt away. You will feel an undeniable, tangible change in the spiritual climate around you. Where there was constant struggle, you will suddenly find favor and an inexplicable ease. You will feel this most profoundly in your own home. You will walk through your front door after a long day, and instead of being met with that familiar feeling of tension or heaviness, you will be met with peace. The very air will feel lighter, clearer. It will feel as if a divine wind has swept through every room, clearing out the old, the stagnant, the oppressive spirit that has lingered there. This is not your imagination, my child. This is the tangible result of my presence intensifying in your circumstances. Where my glory dwells, darkness and heaviness cannot remain. And this shift will not be contained to your home. You will carry this new atmosphere with you. At work, ideas will flow, and favor will open doors that were once sealed shut. In your family, conversations that were once impossible will become gracious and healing. Others will notice. They will look at you and be drawn to the light and peace that surround you. They might not have the words for it, but they will recognize that you carry something different. You will become a walking sanctuary, a carrier of my peace in a chaotic world. The struggle is breaking. The atmosphere is shifting. Feel my presence moving, clearing the way for you. I know this path has felt incredibly lonely at times. You have looked around you, even when in a crowd of people, and felt that no one truly sees you or understands the unique journey you are on. You have longed for someone to speak your language, to understand the silent battles you fight and the secret dreams you hold. You have prayed for friends who would build you up, not tear you down, for allies who would stand with you, not abandon you when the fighting gets intense. My child, that prayer is one I love to answer. While you have been faithfully walking the path I set before you, I have been walking ahead of you, and I have also been moving across the land, preparing the hearts of people you are destined to meet. The season of walking this road alone is coming to an end. I need you to understand, these will not be ordinary friendships or casual acquaintances born of convenience. Many of the connections in your past were based on circumstance, and when the circumstances changed, they faded away. But the people I am bringing into your life now are different. They are divinely appointed allies for your destiny. I have been speaking to them about you, just as I am speaking to you about them. I have been cultivating in them the very wisdom, strength, and love that you will need. When you meet them, there will be an instant recognition in your spirit. The conversation will be effortless. The understanding will be immediate. It will feel less like meeting a stranger and more like finding a long-lost member of your family, your true spiritual tribe. You will be able to share the deepest parts of your heart without fear of judgment or betrayal. They will champion your dreams, even when you are afraid to believe in them yourself. They will pray for you with a fierceness and a faith that will lift you up. They will speak my truth to you with love, especially when you are finding it hard to hear me for yourself. These connections will provide the support, wisdom, and strength you need for the great assignments that lie ahead. So be expectant. Pay attention. I am arranging the introductions. Your lonely path is about to become a shared journey. You have been feeling stuck, haven't you? You have stared at the same problems, the same challenges, for so long that they seem like permanent, unmovable fixtures in your life. You have racked your brain for solutions, but you keep coming up empty. You have felt creatively dry, as if your mind is a stagnant pool of water with no fresh in it. My child, you were created in my image, and I am the creator of all things. Creativity is your birthright, and I am about to restore it to you in a measure you have never known. I am placing my hand on the floodgates of heaven, and I am about to open a deluge of divine ideas, insights, and creative solutions directly into your spirit. The river of my spirit is going to rush into those stagnant pools of your thought life, stirring up everything and bringing fresh, new life. Problems that have seemed utterly unsolvable will suddenly have clear, practical solutions. That issue at work that has had everyone stumped. I am going to drop a strategy into your mind while you're in the shower, a simple solution that no one else has seen. That broken relationship that seems beyond repair. I will give you the exact words to speak that will unlock forgiveness and begin the healing process. That financial shortfall that has caused you so much stress. I will give you a creative idea for provision that you never would have conceived on your own. And it is not just about solving problems. There are gifts and talents that I placed inside you before you were even born, gifts that have lain dormant for years. You may have forgotten them, or perhaps you never even knew they were there. I am breathing on those gifts now. The gift of writing, of teaching, of encouragement, of hospitality, of leadership. They are being awakened with new and divine purpose. This burst of creativity will impact your work, your ministry, your hobbies, and your home. You will feel the absolute thrill of partnering with me, your Creator, to bring new and beautiful things into existence on this earth. The time of feeling stuck is over. The time of divine creativity has begun. My child, let us talk about your heart. There are rooms within it that you keep locked. There are wounds so deep and so old that you have carefully built walls around them. You do not let anyone get near them, and most of the time, you try not to go near them yourself. You have learned to live with the ache. You have accepted it as a permanent part of you. a scar that will always hurt to the touch. You think these wounds can never truly heal. My beloved, hear me now. These hidden, broken places are my next focus. I am coming to you not as a judge, but as the healer, and I am coming for those very wounds you have protected for so long. Gently, tenderly, I am applying the balm of my own love to those raw places. It will not be a harsh process. It will be a soothing release that you have yearned for. You will begin to feel a freedom from past hurts that have secretly been controlling your present actions. That fear of betrayal that makes you keep people at arm's length. We are going to its root, and I am going to heal it. That feeling of worthlessness left by a cutting word spoken over you years ago. I am canceling that word and speaking my own truth over you. I am not going to simply erase the memories. That would be a shallow fix. I am going to redeem them. I will walk back into those painful moments with you. But this time, you will not be alone. You will feel my presence with you in that memory, and I will show you how I was there, weeping with you, protecting you and carrying you through. I will strip the memory of its power to cause you pain. This is not me putting a bandage on a deep infection. This is deep, internal surgery of the soul that will make you completely and truly whole. And the result of this healing, you will be able to love and trust again. You will be able to step into new relationships not from a place of fear and self-protection, but from a place of profound security, knowing you are safe, whole, and eternally loved by me. The healing is beginning now. Let me in. The world has worked very hard to tell you who you are. It has labeled you based on your job, your financial status, your successes, and especially your failures. It has called you overlooked, not quite good enough, too sensitive, damaged, or unimportant. And the quiet tragedy, my child, is that there have been days where you have looked in the mirror and accepted those labels as truth. You have worn them like an old, heavy coat. The accuser, too, has whispered his own set of labels: unforgivable, a hypocrite, disqualified. But today, by the authority of my love for you, we are finished with all of it. I am reaching out now, and I am stripping away every single false identity you have ever worn. They are falling from you, right now, like old, tattered rags, and they will never have a hold on you again. In their place, I am giving you your true and eternal identity, and I am rooting it so deeply in your soul that nothing will ever be able to shake it. You will feel a profound and settled understanding of who you truly are. You are my child. You are my chosen one. You are my beloved, in whom I take great delight. This truth will become the new center from which you live, move, and have your being. And from this unshakable identity, a new kind of confidence will arise within you. It is not the loud, arrogant pride of the world that is based on performance. It is the deep, quiet, powerful confidence of someone who knows, without a shadow of a doubt, that they are completely known, unconditionally loved, and totally accepted by the Creator of the universe. You will stop looking to other people for your validation. Their approval might be nice, but their disapproval will no longer have the power to break you, because my approval will be the only one that truly matters. You will begin to carry yourself differently. You will walk into rooms not wondering what people think of you, but knowing who I say you are. You will begin to walk, speak, and act with the quiet dignity and authority of a royal heir in my kingdom, because that is exactly who you are. We have waded into the deep, sacred waters of your heart, haven't we? We have touched the old wounds that have redefined who you truly are in me. Is this the most holy work? To leave this conversation now would be like stepping out of the surgeon's room in the middle of a life-saving operation. It would wound my own heart to see you walk away before I can show you how this inner wholeness will completely transform your outer world. Do not abandon your own restoration when it is so close. Listen to me. The most tangible promises are yet to come. Let us talk about the pressure of money. It has been a constant, grinding stone on your soul, a source of sleepless nights and anxious days. The fear of not having enough, the stress of living from one paycheck to the next, the knot in your stomach every time an unexpected bill arrives. This had been a heavy yoke on you. You have tried to trust me, but the reality of your bank account has often screamed louder than my promises. Listen to me now, my child. That spirit of lack, that oppressive fear that has hounded you and tormented you, is being served an eviction notice from your life. By my authority as your provider, its lease is up. Its power over you is broken. I am opening channels of financial provision for you, and they will come from sources you do not expect. Do not limit me to your current job or your own abilities. I own the cattle on 1,000 hills. I can bring provision from the north, south, east, and west. It may come as a new opportunity, a creative business idea I give you, a debt that is suddenly canceled, or a favor from a completely unexpected place. Be open and be watchful. But more important than the money itself is the work I am doing inside you. You will feel the constant anxiety that has gripped your heart begin to dissolve. It will be replaced by a deep, settled peace and an unshakable trust in me as Jehovah Jireh, your provider. And I must tell you the purpose of this blessing, for it is crucial. I am not blessing you so you can simply accumulate more things or build a bigger reservoir for your own security. I am teaching you to be a conduit of my resources, not just a holding tank. I am giving to you so that you can be a blessing to others. Your heart will be moved to be generous. You will see a need and be able to meet it without fear. Your entire mindset is about to shift. You are moving out of a mentality of just enough and stepping into the abundant reality of more than enough. You will have all your needs met, with plenty left over to be extravagantly generous. This is how my kingdom operates, and you are about to become a full citizen. The financial struggle is ending. The season of abundant provision is beginning. My child, I know the unique and sharp sting of being misunderstood. I have seen the moments when your intentions, which were pure, have been questioned. I have heard the whispers when your character was misjudged by people who do not know the depths of your heart. There is a profound weariness that comes from carrying the weight of false judgment, a frustration that comes from feeling like you must constantly defend yourself. You have longed for the truth to be known, for your name to be cleared. Hear me now, my beloved. The season for you to fight for your own reputation is over. I am stepping into the courtroom of heaven and earth as your divine advocate, as your defender. You can lay down your arguments. You can rest your case. I will plead your cause, and I will do it in a way that will leave no room for doubt. My vindication does not look like the world's vindication. I will not bring shame upon those who have wronged you. Instead, I will bring my blessing upon you so openly and so extravagantly that it will silence every critical voice. Those who whispered that you were not capable will have to watch as I promote you and give you success. Those who questioned your integrity will witness the unmistakable evidence of my favor upon everything you touch. This is not for the sake of your own glory, so you can turn and say, I told you so. No, this is for my glory. It is to show a watching world that I see the hearts of my children, that I honor those who walk humbly and faithfully before me, even when they are maligned. It is a testimony to my faithfulness, not your righteousness. You are going to feel the heavy burden of that false judgment lifting from your shoulders. The compulsive need you have felt to explain yourself, to justify your decisions, to manage how others perceive you. It will all dissolve. You will be free. Free to pour all of that energy, all of that mental and emotional space, into what I have called you to do. You will no longer be distracted by the opinions of others, because you will be secure in mine. Let me handle your reputation from now on. You just focus on walking with me. I will take care of the rest. There have been many times, my child, when you have come to my word seeking life, and it has felt like reading a history book. You have read the stories, you have acknowledged the principles, but the words remained on the page. Your mind understood them, but your heart remained untouched, and your life felt unchanged. You have seen others speak of my word as a fire in their bones, and you have longed to feel that for yourself. That season of dry reading is ending. I am about to do a new thing. I am breathing a supernatural life, a divine energy, into my word specifically for you. Scriptures you have read 100 times, verses you have memorized since you were young, will suddenly leap off the page and grab hold of your spirit with a power that will astonish you. My word will become a living, breathing reality inside of you. It will no longer be something you just read. It will be something you experience. It will be your immediate guide when you are confused and need direction. It will be your instant comfort when your heart is aching. It will be your powerful and effective weapon when you feel the enemy's attack. This is not about you simply gaining more intellectual knowledge. The world is full of scholars who know my word, but do not know me. And no, this is a deep, spiritual impartation of my truth directly into your heart. I will begin to give you what the scriptures call Rhema words, not just the written word for all time, but a specific, timely word of instruction or promise for the exact circumstance you are facing in that very moment. You will be worrying about a problem, and a verse will rise up in your spirit, bringing with it a supernatural peace and a clear solution. You will be facing a fearful situation, and a promise of my protection will become so real to you that the fear will have no choice but to flee. And you will feel the power and authority that comes when you learn to speak my revealed word out of your own mouth. You will speak it over your family, over your finances, over your body. You will speak to mountains of impossibility, and they will move, because you will be speaking with my authority, not just your own. Get ready for my word to come alive in you. Let us be honest about the state of your heart, my child. It has been hurt, and so it has become guarded. Like a soldier who has been wounded in battle, you have become cautious, hesitant to be vulnerable, careful about who you let in. The hurts of the past have taught you to love with a limit, to give only so much, to hold a part of yourself back in self-protection. Your capacity to love has been diminished by your pain. It has grown weary and tired. Today, I am announcing that I am beginning a divine expansion project on your heart. With your permission, I am going to enlarge its capacity to love beyond what you currently believe is possible or even wise. And this will not be a work you do by gritting your teeth and trying harder to be a loving person. That is a burden too heavy for you to carry. No, this will be a work of my grace. I am going to pour my own love, my agape love, which is patient and kind, which does not envy or boast, which is not self-seeking, which keeps no record of wrongs, directly into your heart by the power of my Holy Spirit. You will know this is happening because you will see the evidence in your relationships. You will find yourself feeling a new, genuine, and unforced compassion for people who used to only frustrate or irritate you. A difficult family member, that annoying coworker, you will begin to see them through my eyes of grace. And even more miraculously, for those who have deeply wronged you, you will find the strength to forgive them. Not a superficial forgiveness of words, but a true release from the heart. You will be able to do this not because they have earned it, but because the river of my love flowing through you is so powerful that it will wash away the rocks of bitterness and resentment. Your love will become a warm and brilliant light, a safe harbor in a stormy world. People who are broken, hurting, and lost in darkness will be drawn to you, not because you are perfect, but because they sense my perfect love flowing through you. They will see a glimpse of me in your kindness. Do not be mistaken, miracles are wonderful, and blessings are good. But this expanded capacity to love others as I have loved you, this will be the greatest and most undeniable sign of my presence working powerfully in your life. My child, I want you to look back for a moment, not with regret, but with revelation. Look back at your family line, at your parents and their parents before them. Do you see the patterns? Do you see the same struggles with anger or anxiety passed down like an unwanted heirloom? Do you see the same cycles of addiction or poverty or broken relationships repeating themselves from one generation to the next? This is not a coincidence. This is a spiritual reality. There has been a dark inheritance, a flow of dysfunction that has plagued your bloodline. But hear the word of the Lord on this day. By the power of the blood I shed for you on the cross, a power far greater than any curse or inherited weakness, I declare that those negative patterns are being broken now. The destructive flow that has poured down through your ancestors stops at your feet. The line is drawn here. It stops with you. I have chosen you, my beloved, to be a transitional character in your family story. You are a gateway. You are the one who will stand in the gap and say, "No more." The river of fear and lack and brokenness that has defined your family's past will be dammed up by my grace in you. And from you, a new river will begin to flow forward to your children and your children's children. A river of freedom, blessing, wholeness, and peace. You will begin to feel this release in your own soul, from bondages you may not have even been aware of. Perhaps a free-floating sadness you have always carried, or a baseline of anxiety you thought was just part of your personality. You will feel it begin to lift as these ancient chains are broken. And I will give you a new vision for your descendants. The spiritual ceiling of the previous generation, the highest point of freedom and blessing they were able to reach, will now become the floor upon which your children will stand. They will start from a place of victory that your ancestors could only dream of. A new spiritual inheritance, a new legacy, is being established in your bloodline today, through you. What I am doing in you will not just change your life, it will echo for generations to come. My child, you have just received a word that breaks the chains of the past from your family line, establishing a new legacy of blessing. As you stand in this newfound freedom, I am calling you to be a chain breaker for someone else. You have prayed, "Use me, Lord, to set the captives free." I am answering you now. Your gift is not a donation. It is a hammer in my hand, used to shatter a generational curse of despair in a family you will never meet. Your act of faith opens a new wellspring of grace, and its waters will flow from your obedience to cleanse another's bloodline. I promise that the blessing of the Lord makes rich, and He adds no sorrow with it, and I speak that over you as you give. Because you have chosen to sow freedom, I will stand as a mighty guard over your own children and your children's children, protecting their divine inheritance in me. Now become a member, send a super thanks, or find the PayPal link below. Be the gateway of blessing I have called you to be. My precious child, do you understand the weight of what I have just declared? I have spoken a word that breaks chains that have bound your family for generations. This is a pivotal moment in your entire bloodline. To turn away now would be like hearing the mighty roar of thunder, but refusing to wait for the life-giving rain. It would sadden me beyond words for you to be content with knowing the promise when the feeling of its fulfillment is so near. The conversation is turning now, from what I have been doing to what you are about to feel. Do not miss this moment. For so long, the act of waiting has been a dull, passive ache in your soul. It has been a longing mixed with a heavy sense of resignation, a hope that you were almost afraid to hold too tightly. That season is over. The very nature of your waiting is shifting, right now, from that passive ache into an active, electric, and holy anticipation. You are going to feel this shift in your spirit before you even see it with your eyes. It will be an inner quickening, a flutter of spiritual excitement, a deep knowing that rises up from your core, telling you that something has fundamentally changed in the heavens on your behalf. It will be a certainty that is not based on your outward circumstances, but on an inner witness. You know the feeling of the air right before a summer thunderstorm breaks a long, hot drought. There is a change in the atmospheric pressure, a smell of rain on the dry ground, a sudden, expectant stillness in the world. That is what you are about to feel in your spirit. It is the palpable sense that the refreshing, drenching rain of my promises is about to be poured out upon your life. This is my Holy Spirit bearing witness with your spirit, communicating directly, soul to soul, that the appointed time of fulfillment is now. As this tangible sense of imminence grows stronger each day, you will feel doubt begin to lose its grip on you. Its arguments will seem weak and flimsy. Its voice will grow faint. The fear of another disappointment will recede in the face of this overwhelming inner confirmation. This is a profound shift in your perspective. You are no longer standing on tiptoes, straining to see a promise on the far-off horizon. You are turning around because you can feel its presence right behind you, about to overtake you. You have moved from merely hoping for it to actively sensing its imminent arrival. It is here. The wait is over. The arrival is at hand. For a very long time, you have been living in the shadow of mountains. You know the ones I speak of. The mountain of debt that has seemed to grow larger no matter how hard you work. The mountain of a difficult health diagnosis that has cast a shadow over your future. The mountain of a hardened heart in a family member. A wall of bitterness that has seemed utterly impenetrable. You have been staring at these mountains for so long that they have become a permanent part of your landscape. You have learned to navigate your life around them, accepting their presence, believing you could never, ever get past them. But you have a God who moves mountains. And I am telling you now, the season of living in the shadow is over. I am not going to ask you to summon the strength to climb these mountains. I am going to cause them to crumble into dust before your very eyes. The problem that has seemed so complex, so tangled, so permanent, a solution will suddenly appear, so simple and so obvious you will wonder why you never saw it before. You know that feeling of pushing with all your might against a door that refuses to budge. You are about to feel the lock click from the other side and the door swing open effortlessly. The spiritual resistance that has made every step feel like a battle will simply melt away. Where your path has been a confusing, tangled mess, blocked by rocks and thorns, I am coming with my divine power to clear a straight, smooth highway for you. And I am doing this for a very specific reason. It is not just to make your life easier. It is to put my power on display in your life. I am doing this so that you, and all who are watching you, will know beyond any doubt that nothing is too difficult for me. This breakthrough will not be credited to your cleverness, your hard work, or your connections. The glory for this will be mine alone, a clear and undeniable testament to my love and my power. You will begin to walk forward with a grace and an ease that is inexplicable in the natural. Your very progress, the speed and smoothness of your journey, will be a living testimony to my supernatural intervention. The mountains are coming down, my child. Prepare to walk on level ground. How much of your energy hath been spent in the torment of indecision? How many hours have you agonized, wondering, should I take this step? Or should I wait? Is this your will, God, or is it just my own desire? This paralysis of confusion, this fear of making the wrong move, has caused you so much anxiety. It has led you to rush ahead of me into situations that were not prepared, and it has caused you to shrink back in fear from doors that I had opened wide for you. That frustrating cycle of guesswork is ending now. I am releasing to you a new and precious gift from my spirit, a divine sensitivity to my spiritual seasons and my perfect timing. The constant confusion about your next steps is being replaced with a divine clarity and direction. You will simply begin to know in your spirit when it is time to move forward with boldness and when it is time to be still and wait patiently on me. The frantic striving and second-guessing will be replaced with a quiet, confident certainty. It will be like learning a new rhythm. For too long, you have been trying to dance to the chaotic, unpredictable rhythm of the world. Now, I am teaching you to feel the rhythm of my own heart. You will learn my cadence, my tempo, and you will find the joy of moving in perfect step with me, no longer rushing ahead in your own strength or lagging behind in your fear. This gift of discernment will be your protection and your advantage. It will save you from wasting your time and energy pushing on doors I have not yet opened. It will protect you from the heartbreak of launching into something prematurely before I have prepared the way before you. You will begin to operate with the wisdom of heaven, your decisions and actions perfectly aligned with my perfect will. There is a profound peace and an unstoppable power that comes from being in the right place, at the right time, doing the right thing. This, my child, will be your new reality. Fear, my child, has been a muzzle on your mouth. It has silenced you. The fear of what other people will think, the fear of being rejected, the fear of saying the wrong thing, the nagging insecurity left over from past wounds when you did speak up and were shut down, all of it has conspired to steal your voice. You have felt my truth burning in your heart, but you have swallowed your words. You have seen opportunities to speak of my goodness, but you have let them pass by in silence. Listen to me. I did not create you to be silent. I did not redeem you to be invisible. Today, that spirit of timidity that has bound you is being broken off of you. I did not give you a spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind. The muzzle is coming off. I am placing a holy fire in your heart, a renewed passion for my truth and my goodness that you will find impossible to contain. And I am placing my words on your tongue. You will feel a holy boldness begin to rise up from the depths of your being. You will find yourself in conversations, and instead of shrinking back, you will speak my truth, not with harshness, not with arrogance or judgment, but with a compelling combination of love and authority that will cause people to stop and listen. And you will begin to share your story. Your testimony, which you have kept hidden for fear of judgment, will become your most powerful tool. You will speak of your brokenness and of my restoration, of your weakness and of my strength. And you will do it with a power that brings profound hope to the hurting and a deep conviction to the lost. Where you once looked for the nearest exit in a conversation about faith, you will now step forward as my confident ambassador. Your voice, which was once quieted and choked by insecurity, is about to become a clear, resonant trumpet for my kingdom. The time for silence is over. It is time to speak. I'm Jehovah Rapha. It is not just one of my names. It is the very essence of my nature. I am the Lord who heals you. While I have been doing this deep, transformative work in your spirit and in your soul, I have not for one moment forgotten about the vessel you live in, your physical body. The pains you feel, the fatigue that weighs you down, the diagnosis that brought fear into your heart. I see it all. And now, I am turning my focused, restorative attention to your physical frame. That long-standing ailment that the doctors have shrugged their shoulders over, that you have just learned to live with. I have not learned to live with it. that persistent, nagging pain that drains your energy and limits your life. Its authority is being broken. I am bringing every cell, every nerve, every system of your body under the authority of my healing power. You will begin to feel a vitality and a physical strength flowing back into your body that you thought was lost to you forever. You will begin to wake up in the morning feeling more rested, with less pain. You will have more energy to get through your day. My healing, you must understand, is holistic. I am not just interested in your eternal salvation. I am interested in your present wholeness, spirit, soul, and body. A healthy spirit needs a healthy vessel to fully operate through. This renewed physical health is not merely for your own comfort, as wonderful as that will be. It is to equip you for the new assignments I have prepared for you. I am strengthening your body for the journey ahead, for the work I have called you to do. You, my child, are going to become a walking, breathing testimony of my restorative and life-giving power. When people who know of your struggles see you, they will see the difference. When they ask you why you look so well, why you have such energy, you will have a new and powerful reason to tell them of the goodness of your God. My healing power is flowing toward you now. Receive it. I have spoken life to your body and boldness to your spirit. You are being made whole, equipped for what is ahead. But there is a final, most precious gift I have saved for last. It is the very reason for all this preparation, the destination of this entire journey. To stop listening now would be like a bride, beautifully adorned, walking away from her own wedding just before the groom arrives to meet her. It would break my heart to have prepared this intimate feast of my presence for you, only for you to leave the table before the best is served. Today, the greatest treasure is what I must tell you next. You have held on to my promise, I will be with you, as a core tenet of your faith. You have believed it with your mind. You have declared it with your mouth. But I know, my child, that in the reality of your day-to-day life, it has often felt more like an abstract concept than a felt reality. You have believed I am with you, but you have still felt profoundly alone. That is about to change in the most beautiful way. The theological doctrine is about to become your daily, tangible experience. My presence, which has in fact always been with you, is about to become palpably, undeniably real to you. You are going to feel my nearness. It will happen in your moments of prayer, of course. As you quiet your heart before me, you will feel it settle upon you like a warm, heavy blanket of the most profound peace. But it will not be limited to your quiet times. It will begin to happen in the most ordinary moments of your life. You will be washing the dishes, and suddenly you will be overwhelmed by a sense of my love. You will be driving in your car, and you will be so aware of my companionship that you will begin to speak to me as if I am sitting in the passenger seat, because I am. You will walk through the grocery store, and amidst the chaos, you will feel my embrace, my peace shielding your heart. This manifest presence will bring an indescribable comfort, a deep sense of security that no earthly circumstance, no bad news, no threat from the enemy can shake. This is the ultimate fulfillment of my most cherished promise. I will never leave you nor forsake you. You will not just believe this truth in your head anymore. You will know it in every fiber of your being. Blessings are wonderful, my child, and breakthroughs are glorious, but they are not the ultimate prize. I am the prize. This intimacy with me, this sweet, palpable sense of my constant companionship, this is the greatest treasure I can ever give you, and it is coming so very near. Yes, my child, the end of the matter is better than its beginning. Let us finish this conversation. My child, when a farmer has waded through a long, hard season of drought, when the ground is cracked and his crops are withering, he does not wait for the flood to begin rejoicing. He lifts his face to the sky, and when he feels the very first drop of rain on his skin, his heart leaps within him. He does not dismiss it. He celebrates it, because he knows that first drop is a sign, a promise of the drenching, life-giving downpour that is to come. My beloved, you have been in a long drought. You have prayed for rain. And now, I want you to lift the face of your spirit to me, because you are entering the season of the first drops. I need you to pay close attention, to attune your senses to my movement in your life. You will begin to see small, yet undeniable, signs of my favor and my coming breakthrough. Do not look for the thunder and the lightning just yet. Look for the small things. It will be an unexpected check in the mail, perhaps not enough to solve everything, but just enough to cover that one pressing bill and give you a moment to breathe. It will be an unexpected, kind word from a stranger that speaks so precisely to your secret worry that it could have only come from me. It will be a minor, nagging problem at your job or in your home that has been a constant irritation, and it will suddenly resolve itself without any effort on your part. You must understand the nature of these signs. These are not the full storm of my blessing. They are not the complete fulfillment of the promise, but they are my tokens of grace, my calling card, my divine signal to you that the heavens are opening and the atmosphere is shifting. They are my promise in miniature, a taste of the abundance that is on its way. It is absolutely crucial, my child, that you do not despise these small beginnings. Do not dismiss them and say, "Oh, that was just a coincidence," or "that was nice, but it doesn't solve my real problem." No. I want you to acknowledge every single one as a gift from my hand. I want you to thank me for each one. With every small sign, I want you to feel the hope rise within you. Feel the hope in each drop, for it is a promise from your Father of the overwhelming deluge I am sending to your dry and thirsty land. You have learned to be grateful for the first drops. You have cherished the small signs and held them as precious promises. Now brace yourself. The season of trickles is over, and the season of the flood is beginning. This will not be a slow, gradual increase that you can get used to. It will be a sudden, overwhelming, glorious rush of my blessings into every single area of your life. It will feel as though a great dam of my goodness has broken, and the full force of its waters is now rushing toward you. Favor in your career that you have strived for years to achieve will suddenly manifest. Restoration in your family relationships that you thought was impossible will begin to happen. Provision for your finances will flow from unexpected places. The joy in your heart will well up and overflow. It will all begin to happen, seemingly at once. This is the moment spoken of in my word. This is my promise of a blessing so great you will not have room enough to store it. It will be more than you could ever ask or even imagine in your wildest dreams. It will be a blessing that is pressed down, shaken together to make room for more, and running over the sides. Why now? Because this is the culmination of everything we have walked through together. This is the moment where all the unseen battles I have fought for you, all the intricate threads I have woven in the tapestry of your life, all the deep work of strengthening the roots of your faith, it will all manifest in a single, undeniable season of breakthrough, and you will not be able to contain it. My goodness will so fill your life that it will have no choice but to spill out and splash onto everyone around you. Your home will become a place of peace and refuge for others. Your resources will become a source of help for those in need. Your joy will become a source of hope for the downcast. Your life will become a wellspring, not by your own effort, but by the sheer force of my overflow through you. My child, breathe deep. This is the moment you have waited for. This is the someday you have tearfully prayed for. This is it in its fullness. Open your heart, open your hands, open your life wide, for the flood of my goodness is here. My child, this overwhelming flood of my goodness, this season of profound breakthrough, is for you to receive, to enjoy, to be healed and restored by. But it is not just for you. This breakthrough is not merely for your comfort, it is for my purpose. This is not your retirement, it is your commissioning. You have graduated from a long and difficult school of faith, and now it is time for your new assignment. With this new supernatural strength I have given you, this unspeakable joy I have restored to you, this abundant provision I am pouring into your life, and this deep intimacy we now share, I am officially commissioning you for a new era of your life. You have been rescued for a reason. You have been healed for a purpose. You have been blessed to be a blessing. I am sending you out as my hands and feet to a world that is hurting and waiting, just as you once were. You now know the language of sorrow, so you can speak my words of comfort with authentic compassion. You now know the crushing weight of fear, so you can bring my perfect peace that casts out all fear. You now know the sting of being misunderstood, so you can bring my message of acceptance and true identity. Your story, your testimony of my faithfulness through your long and difficult season, is no longer just your story. It is now a key in your hand. It is a key that will unlock prison doors of hopelessness and despair for many other people. When you share what I have done for you, when you tell them how I met you in your weariness and brought you into this season of fulfillment, it will ignite a faith in them that they, too, can be rescued. You will feel a new sense of divine mandate for this next chapter of your life. The question of why am I here will be answered with profound clarity. You are here for this. Go forth now, my beloved. Go healed and whole, and bring my healing and wholeness to others. The blessing you have received is now the blessing you are to give away. After so much struggle and so many seasons of drought, I know there is a part of your heart that is afraid to fully embrace this new reality. A fearful voice whispers, "This is too good to be true. This feeling won't last. The other shoe is about to drop." You are afraid that this is just a temporary high, a fleeting season of relief before the next storm hits. I am here today to silence that fear for good. Hear my final promise in this conversation, and let it be the bedrock upon which you build the rest of your days. The season of fulfillment is not a fleeting moment. It is your new, settled reality in me. I am not a God who gives and then takes away. I am not a God who blesses and then curses. The work I am establishing in your life is a permanent work, sealed by my Spirit. You will begin to feel a deep, abiding confidence that my presence is your permanent home. You will no longer feel like a temporary visitor in my goodness, hoping you will be allowed to stay. You will know that you are a child, living securely in your Father's house, and you belong here. Now, this does not mean there will never be another challenge. The seasons of your life will still change, and storms may blow, but you will face them from a completely new foundation. You will face them from a place of wholeness, strength, and intimate connection with me. You will know, in a way you have never known before, that while circumstances may shift, my love for you, my faithfulness to you, and my presence with you are constant and unchanging. And the secret to sustaining this blessing, my child, is not to desperately cling to the blessings themselves, but to continue to cling to me, the blesser. The key to this new era is to cherish our intimacy above all else, to continue to walk closely with me, to listen for my voice, and to obey. Let this truth be the final anchor for your soul. Let it sink deep into your spirit and never be uprooted. Feel this now, and feel this forever, my precious child. I am with you always, to the very end of the age. Amen. You now feel the settled reality of my abiding presence. This is the greatest treasure, your permanent home. As you rest in this security, I am inviting you to send the feeling of this presence to one who feels utterly abandoned and alone. You have felt my heart in this message and asked how you can share this divine intimacy with others. This is how. When you give, you do more than support a video, you carry my whisper. I am with you always, into the deafening silence of another's lonely room. Your gift becomes oil for their lamp, allowing them to keep watch through their dark night until they can see my face. Do not let this moment pass, for your obedience is the answer to a desperate prayer being prayed right now. And because you are a conduit of my presence, I will make my presence in your own home so thick and so real that it drives out all fear and brings a peace that surpasses all understanding. And now, release this comfort. Click Super Thanks, become a member, or use the PayPal link in the description. Partner with me, and let my abiding love flow through you. My child, you have heard my heart for you. You have felt the truth of these words resonate in the deep places of your soul. This is not just a message to be heard and forgotten. It is a living promise, a divine appointment for your life. Now I invite you to seal it. I want you to partner with me in this declaration of faith, to move from being a passive listener to an active receiver. This is the moment to anchor your belief. Let your voice, your hands, join the heavenly decree that is being spoken over you. In the space below this message, or in the quiet sanctuary of your own heart, make your stand. I want you to declare the promise that is yours. Write these words, and as you do, let them become a powerful affirmation from your spirit. I will feel it soon. This is more than just typing a comment, my beloved. It is your personal amen to everything I have spoken. It is you planting a flag of faith in the soil of your future. It is a prophetic act, an agreement with heaven that you are stepping out of the old season and into the new. As you write or whisper these words, I want you to feel the power in them. Feel the shift in your own spirit as you align your will with mine. You are giving voice to your breakthrough. You are making a sound that the heavens recognize and that the darkness must flee from. Do it now. Declare your coming fulfillment and let your heart leap with expectation for what I have promised. I will surely do. Amen. If you believe in me, your Heavenly Father, then like this video and leave a heartfelt amen in the comments. If you want to stay closer to me, then subscribe to this channel.